Let her
Not
go,
shut the
Shaker.
fuck up,
Let her
just
go.
fuck up.
Right.
Just turn back.
You pop in to the security cameras. Is that your goal, or are you doing something different?
No, fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the security.
Of course you are.
All right. So you start looking at the 12th floor cameras, and you realize that there's also a 13th floor camera. As you kind of quickly scan it and look, it's the roof. There's a roof camera. You go back down and start scanning. On the roof, by the way, if you
There's
do,
a pigeon on the roof.
if you do check it out, there is a AV car sitting on a helipad. AV cars are basically vertical lift, vertical thrust vehicles.
Yeah,
they're
there's a
cars.
pigeon on the roof. Also a car.
If you pop back into this floor and start looking at the cameras, you can see that you can see into the
Downstairs they're serving brisket.
you can see into the vice president's
Sorry.
office, and it looks like the vice president is an older gentleman who looks like he has a bunch of papers out on his desk, and he has a pistol, Militech Avenger. It looks like nice pistol, sitting out on his desk. And there are 3 individuals in his office with him. There are 2 sitting at a small table in very lofty loungers. They are fully dressed in like combat gear. Both have assault rifles in their laps. Full cyber gear on their heads and craniums. Looks like they're fully kitted to rock and roll. And then
It's not good.
the other individual in there, she appears to have a submachine gun, but similar kitting, and you can tell that these are Militech solos. So these are
Right.
pricey people.
So there's a couple of really nice salt shakers in there with a little bit of like red chili pepper in there for some spiciness, and also we got a pepper shaker with a little cumin mixed in.
Then you see that in the president's room, which is directly north of you, the president is sitting there smoking a cigarette at his desk. No weapon on his desk. Looking at his screen, and it looks like he's fully engaged in work. And there are 2 security officers in his office with him who are sitting there at a table. One of them is looking to him and says, just idly says to the president, "We don't have much time. It might be up here already. It's fine. No worries. Just don't worry about it. You'll get me to this. You'll get me to the roof. We'll get out of here. We've got the secret elevator. It's fine."
Yeah, we also have 2 hot sauce bottles and an enchilada sitting at his desk talking about a secret delivery boy in his office.
He says, "Wergenheimer," and it kind of, because I don't know German, but he says a German word. And kind of looks confused at his computer monitor. And you can see that he appears to be filling shards, which are basically like data chips, and putting them on his desk. And every so often he'll kind of stop and slide one and set it into a little case. It looks like a suitcase.
So he says that they might be heading up to the 13th floor to escape in a second. So do we want to pop up there and set up a little surprise for him by his pigeon?
Is there a way for us to get up from here?
The elevators go up to or do the elevators go up to the roof?
There appears to be, as you're kind of looking at the elevators and checking them, you have control over all of them. There are a total of 3 elevators in this building. You've only seen 2. The 3rd elevator
Right.
appears to be connected to the president's office. And it goes all the way down to a basement level, which you didn't see before. And it goes all the way up to the roof. And it's probably only about... It's a smaller elevator than the ones you've been in.
Actually, could I just lock that elevator?
Yep.
Cool. I'm just going to lock that elevator.
Okay.
And you know what? I've set the other 2 to not run on this floor, so...
Yep. Do me another thing, another favor here, and make a interface check.
Right, I'm going to dump 3 luck into this one.
Okay.
Nice.
So that'll be a 28 total.
As you're playing with the system, you kind of stop for a second and realize that the fire alarm and the sprinkler system should be connected to the same system, just like the one back in your apartment, but for some reason they're split apart in this system. You go back to the first level and kind of play with it, and you realize that the fire alarm isn't a fire alarm, it's a hot lock key. And you now realize that you can turn them off and on at your leisure.
Nice. Wait, turn what off and on at my leisure?
The hot locks. The locks that are containing the boss and the box.
Gotcha.
Turn off the enchilada.
Okay. Listen, you're new to this thing. That's not the enchilada. It's the chalupa.
She's just kind of
Such-
looking. She's just kind of looking in your general direction, but
A
missing.
chalupa.
So like, there's this huge red circular like light kind of focused on like a couple feet away from you. Listen.
I open up the chalupa so that we can put some sour cream into that.
Makes a nice.
All right.
Holly kind of says, "Yeah, go for it." And she kind of gets
Alright.
close to the door with her pistol. If you're
We're
doing it,
locked
do
and
it.
loaded.
Yeah, I'll get close to the door with my shotgun.
Hoover and Shaker first, and everybody else out.
And also, I'd like to say, at the same time, I set the sprinklers off.
Okay.
Are we going to be going in this door, Shaker?
Sprinklers start going off.
Guys, I just want to say I'm doing the sprinklers so
You
that
guys
we
wanna-
can totally go Matrix on this.
Do you want to do multiple? Do you want to do multiple doors, or do you want to do just the one door?
Oh,
I'm doing just the one door that we're going to go in through.
Crossfire would be good to go through both doors, maybe.
that.
Yeah, you know exactly where they're positioned, so you'd be
How
able to
about-
tell
That's
them.
true. We could set up that way if you guys want.
So that
How
would
about-
it would have disarmed the problem. Yeah.
Were there hot locks on the VP's door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is there a way to just disengage the hot locks on the president's door and lock
You
them
can do
lock
them
on the
independently,
VP's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that way
That
the
was what I was
VP
planning
can't
on
get out
doing.
of his room without getting burned if they try to come flank us.
Right.
so
Yeah,
the
that's what I
the
was
problem
planning.
is if they manage to get past us on the other door, then it would make combat more complicated. But we could do that.
Well, yeah, we could do that, but it might just be simpler to have the one door. I don't know. Your guys call on that.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
just
two
the
doors.
tech. I'm not the
Okay.
strategy.
So Shaker, you're taking the front door. Holly will go with you, and then Lucky. And,
Oh, you mean okay?
Yeah. Lucky and
This door?
yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky and Mover will go through the conference door, right?
I'm gonna pull out my shotgun.
Okay.
I have my assault rifle. I don't have a shotgun.
I'm going to take out my knife. And my
Nice.
The stab me in the back.
All
And your
right.
attitude.
Okay.
Your cutting wit.
What can I say?
All right. Oh. Did it go? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The doors drop, and you open them simultaneously. The guards at the chairs are slowly getting up and trying to move in this moment of panic. The president's holding his cigarette in one hand, looking down at the shards in the chest in the other, and his left hand seems to be like grabbing something on the desk. All right. At that very moment, everybody can take a single move in action. Holly will be going last in this in movement.
All right.
Okay. So
I'll
just
rush.
say
I'll rush the president.
Okay. You shooting him?
Yeah, I'll shoot him. But as I run, and then I'll kind of crouch behind his desk and just keep shooting him as I'm running.
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
I'd want to step in and shoot
You'll be
this
look-
person
look
and then
back,
step.
The guards.
Yep, and then step back out if I could.
Point blank shot right there.
So go ahead and give me marksmanship, the two of you.
I would like to use 2 luck points.
Go for it.
I guess. I will
27.
Yep.
I'll use 2 luck also.
3 point or 3. That'll be 3 rounds of damage.
Okay.
Kevin, 3 rounds of damage. Oh, the shot. Oh,
Oh,
you're
I
using
just-
a shotgun. Sorry. One
Shotgun.
one round of damage. And were you shooting him in the head or the chest? I didn't. hear
Oh,
you
let's
there.
say I'm shooting him in the head.
All right, 21 to the head. Yeah, that guy's head flies clean off, like it's just a splatter of mess.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back and try to block Holly from running in.
Okay.
How close could I get by? How many meters? Is that just my movement? Is
Your
how many
movement
meters I
is
can
how many
run?
squares you can move? Yeah.
Okay, so if I have a movement of 7, I can move 7
7
from me.
squares. Yep.
Okay, cool. Uh, uh, uh,
Where
uh,
is movement
I'm
on?
actually going.
Kevin, were you going for the head?
No, I was just going for the body on this
Okay.
guy.
Oh, there it is. 5.
How does the accuracy work again? I didn't hear the full explanation.
You're
I didn't
still within
couldn't find the
10.
chart.
You're still within 10 meters. It's fine.
So that's considered close range.
Yeah. 12 meters, I
Oh,
think,
okay.
is the extent of the range, yeah.
Oh, so from here I could try to blast him with a shotgun, and I'm no disadvantage of doing
Yep.
that. All right. We'll aim for the head, and yeah, let's follow the trend and use 2 luck. 20.
It hits.
All right, and Moonchild 20 damage.
Okay. All right. So basically, Shaker pops out, pulls the trigger. That guy's head clean, shots. Lucky bolts across the room, pulls the shotgun, takes the shot. Or are you staying from the door?
I'm gonna be like step in, step out.
Okay. You watch his head clean out. So 2 basically splatter shots. And then you see Mover dart in, get behind the cover, but watches as the things he's hiding from are basically dying over there on the
Yeah.
couch. Raise his weapon and point it against the man and pull the trigger. You watch as his suit basically gets ripped apart in 3 hot bursts. His cigarette kind of dangles from his dangles and drops from his fingers, and his hand. You see that he's holding some sort of like credit card, and he breaks it in half as he falls back into his chair.
No.
Oh.
That was his credit card.
Holly tries to get past.
And then
Holly
I
tries to
jump
get
in
past
and I
you.
start shooting wildly.
All right.
I would try to prevent her from doing that.
As that happens, immediately as you guys finish that engagement, what would you want to do?
I mean, isn't there one left now?
Oh no.
No, everyone's dead.
Dead, dead,
Oh, if
dead.
everyone's dead, then I would let her
They're
in
all
the room.
dead, Dave.
Okay. She moves.
Everyone-
Sorry, I thought
dead.
there was one left.
She puts her gun. She kind of takes her gun and moves it up to the president, who's kind of laying there, and kind of looks at him as he's already kind of laying there dead. She kind of like pulls the gun, doesn't do anything crazy, and just kind of like backs away. Get him in the box. Get him in the box. And someone has the box. I believe it was Mover that had the box on his
Alright.
person. And you see the data term, and you see the couple of shards that are sitting there. They look like they're important.
Should we grab and go, or should we analyze them here,
You gotta
guys?
pull your friend out of the system here.
While they're doing that, I'm just kind of intrigued to just quickly see what the credit card was.
It says Trauma Team International on it.
Shit. I have a feeling I know what that is. Am I correct in my feeling of
Yeah.
some sort of? Yeah, shit, we ain't got much time. We gotta grab and go, grab and go.
So you got about just roll a local expert check for me.
Watch that other door, Kevin.
You think,
All right,
you
I'll
think
watch
you
the
got a
14.
little- You think you got a little while? Maybe. Who knows? Sometime.
Pop out.
I
Right.
mean, I'm not necessarily proficient, but I could try and give
Trauma
the
Team is
AV.
basically a insurance company that's going to effectively try to medically resuscitate that man.
Oh,
Maybe we should take him with us.
As you guys are
Maybe
sitting there thinking
shoot
about
him
what
in
you're
the
going to
fucking
do,
head.
you see
No, I'm
Bright-
going to, as I said, terminal. I want to try to make sure that we get this guy done quickly.
So you move over to the terminal and start trying to jack in. And as you're doing so, like I was saying, you see some lights off in the distance over the skyline, kind of moving in your direction. You then hear a and then the glass behind the desk just blasts out, making it even more like the Matrix as the sprinklers are going.
Nice.
Told you guys it was a great move doing the sprinklers.
I would like everybody to go ahead and make an evasion check.
We're gonna
I'm gonna
Yes.
die, guys.
Regardless of where we are in the.
Correct.
agents.
Okay.
Yes.
20.
Ooh, wow, I rolled a 30?
How many is my last luck?
That's fine.
Damn.
16.
How did I roll a 30?
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 1. That's not very good.
All right. Okay, so it looks like Mover and Shaker are going to be taking looks like 2 and 1 rounds respectively, and Holly is fine. Okay, so what you watch happen, a massive AV vehicle with Trauma Team International emblazoned on the sides of it kind of rolls in and spins so that it's sidelong with you, and the last thing that you see before you see nothing but hot metal is a huge cannon, Gatling cannon that appears to have barrels that are about this wide, and it just starts shooting through the windows. It appears to be perfectly missing the desk area around where that guy is, but everywhere else is just hot lead. Bunches of buckshot just slamming through and hitting everywhere. As you guys are moving for cover, go ahead and move yourself to where you think would be a safer position than you're currently in. And Mover, I apologize. You were outside of the radius, so
Okay.
your evasion is just kind of dipping behind the wall there.
All right.
Nothing hits
Yeah.
you though, because the scatter's not going that way. Shaker on the
Wait,
other
I
hand,
thought Mover moved up to the desk with the president
He moved
and
out.
shot him. Oh, he moved out. Okay, cool.
I was watching the door.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he did say he was watching the door.
yeah. And then Shaker was watching the north door, but the problem is the rounds are coming in this way. They're coming from east to west. So
What about her, Holly?
Shaker, you're going to take a total of 19 damage from the shot. It's going to the body, so you're just going to take 4 and damage your armor by 1. Holly drops down behind the desk and appears to evade the shots. It does look like most of the desk on the sides is being ripped apart, though. The bodies on the couch are basically just pureed.
That's not good.
And Red
Does
Eye, you got a
does it
30.
damage both the head and the body armor by 1?
No, just. Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry. Apologies.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
No, because it is hitting you across the board. No, you should be taking 1 on each location, not 1 total. So you'll be taking 1 to the head as well, and that one was 16 points of damage. So you would take 1 more point of damage, and then you should have 14 and 14 in your armor boxes.
Right.
And then Red Eye, you see it coming. You set the box up and then just kind of dip away. It looks like the place where the box is set up is close enough to the body that it doesn't seem to be hit.
Good.
It's right there with the data term. And you basically hear it go on for just maybe about 3 seconds, just filling out the place with lead. And then you see the AV kind of move against the window, kind of trusses drop down, and 3 individuals pop out onto the deck. 2 of them appear to be loaded out with what appear to be tech SMGs, which are Kang Tao Type 41s. And the third one appears to be adorned with kind of like medical gear, and it's moving over the body. The other 2 are kind of positioned outside, and still positioned behind them is the Tsunami Arms Helix big Gatling gun that shoots shotgun rounds, with another trauma team specialist on it. This appears to be a really fancy, and probably for like platinum members, like lift, and they appear to be doing their job.
Told you we should have shot him in the fucking head.
Okay, so we're not technically an initiative, but if you want to scrap with trauma team, you can.
Why?
Your
We
call.
can win.
We need to get
Thanks.
to that terminal. They're trying to resurrect the guy that we just killed.
You see the guy over top of him, like pull out what appears to be some strange device, and then flip it out, and it turns into a stretcher. He throws the guy on top of it, and he says, "Hey, let's move." And the 2 with the SFGs kind of hold it in one arm and kind of back towards it, each one holding it in a different arm, grab the sides of the stretcher, lift it up, and move backwards. The Tsunami Arms Helix guy kind of like pintle mounts to the side and then drops back into position as they load him into the main body of the AV, and then the AV just boom, zips off.
So
That's
they're gone.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm moving to the terminal.
All right. Looks like the box is still sitting there.
Yeah. Let's
and,
do this.
Go ahead and make an interface check to see if you can pull him.
I'm going to drop what I have left into this interface, so that's
Okay.
2. I'm
Nice.
not sure I needed that though.
You pop into this strange and different environment, and you see that there are 2 layers above this data fortress. It appears to be the same data fortress that you were in before, same net space, but it seems that there are 2 levels above it. And you kind of dip into those, and you find one is the space that looks like it's been carved out on its own, and then the space that's right below that is another kind of golden apple file dump. And you can see that most of it's been deleted, and it's been kind of also been infected by your own virus. It looks like most of this is like hard data, and it looks like the hard data that's been taken is currency. The shards that are sitting on the desk, they're probably filled with digital downloadable EB, so you can basically transfer that to whatever you want off of those shards. Counting it up, it looks like it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 50,000 per shard. Total of 4 out on the table.
Cool.
And you find, oh my god, why can't I remember his name?
Justin Timberlake.
Spats. You find Spats.
Spats.
And he seems to be like another netrunner inside of NetSpace. Like, you're able to talk to him and communicate with him, and he says, "Oh, okay, get me out of here then." And you kind of lead him into the box, which is like a level you've created now inside of it. You move him into that space, you back out into the regular data fortress, and zap back out into your own deck. You've got him in the box, and you guys head out with the box. Which way would you like to leave?
Guys, thing on the roof. Pigeon on the roof.
Do you mention the downloadable EB?
I just take it. I don't mention it.
All right.
Do you take the elevator in here, or do you take the elevators outside?
Well,
The one
I'm
in
not
here would be
necessarily
better.
proficient in an AV. I could give it a shot, but I also got to return that truck to Papa. So if we think we can make it out, if the cameras are clear, I'd prefer to take the truck.
As a quick question, with the video surveillance stuff, did that also include like the records of the video surveillance stuff?
Yeah.
Could I delete whatever happened from what like right before we came in till like we leave?
I presumed you did it future.
Okay.
Time. Yeah, I didn't assume that you did up until that point.
Okay.
figured
I was thinking.
You spliced
I figured it's
yesterday
good
for
to always
today.
just explicitly check.
Yeah, you spliced
Alright,
yesterday
cool.
for today.
Cool. Yeah.
Alright.
Then sure, we can do that. Go downstairs. Take the private elevator.
You take the private elevator back down to the first floor. You exit out into the lobby. There are a couple of people who appear to be leaving for the day. And you can overhear them saying, "That was some weird stuff. It was like an emergency, but nothing happened. That's strange." And they're kind of walking. A couple of them kind of shoot a look over at a couple of you. Specifically, if Mover moves into eye shot covered in blood. And,
Well, it would have washed off some.
True. So it's more like tracked in blood, kind of looking at him and
Yeah.
confused. And you guys move outside and head towards the truck. Yeah?
Yeah.
Great. So that's it. You make it to the truck with the box, and if we do continue.
Hey guys, I'm not sure why, but I just have like this hankering right now for some Italian food. I don't know why, but like chalupas and all that,
That's
That was
Holly
Mexican
says
food.
that's Mexican. food.
Chalupa.
Or,
That's racist. That's what that is.
I don't.
It's a food type.
She looks confused at you. I don't.
Red eye.
You're so confusing.
You're crazy.
All right, we'll go ahead and call it a night with that one. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. Well played, gentlemen. All right, thanks for watching if you did, and have a good night.